Depression. Living with depression every day. So in this video, you will learn what it's like to live with depression, what is like the symptom of depression, and what to do. You will learn some simple self-help tips to help you deal with minor depression or when you feel depressed. Depression. What is depression? What are the symptoms of depression? How depression affects you? What it's like to be depressed? What to do in case of depression? Or what it's like to feel depressed? I had no clue whatsoever. I never heard of depression before. We never talk about depression in my family. So I didn't know the depression symptoms. And I guess that may apply to almost all families. Depression, or living with depression, or seeing to be depressed, it is like living in a low mood constantly for a very long time. And depression will affect your everyday life in almost every part of it. A few years ago, I was really depressed, but I didn't know it. And there is a period of my life which everything turned upside down with no warning. In just a matter of couple of years, first I lost my older brother. Then I lost my grandmother. And then my father. And then my beloved elder sister. All in a mysterious circumstance. And then my older brother decided to commit suicide. And on top of that, I find myself living in a foreign country, which I didn't speak the language. And I was put straight away in an immigration detention center for no reason at all. And during my first year in England, I broke my arm. My life was like a living hell. Every little thing is a major thing that only pushed my life downhill. One day I wasn't feeling well, so I decided to go to see my doctor. And after a quick check, she told me to go to have a blood test, which I have done promptly. And when I got the result back, it read that my WBC were low. So I have to do another test. So after the second test, while I was waiting for the result, WBC was the only thing I could think of, no matter what else I tried. Shift my mind? No. Watching TV? Nah, won't do it. Watching movies even made it worse. And the only thing that is in my mind is WBC. It is like my mind was zoomed in that world. So nowadays, what we do if we want information? Mr. Google, of course. So after a few types and few clicks, quickly I found the definition of WBC, which stands for white blood cell. And it is a test to measure the number of white blood cells in your system. And worry and anxiety crept in. Now I wanted to know more. I started looking for the reason for having a low WBC. And from the list that came up, my mind chose only to focus on treating viral infections, HIV, and cancer. Depression tricked me to conclude that I have HIV for a moment. And then, no. It's rather that you have a cancer. For a moment, no. No, it's rather a viral infection. I was worried so much that I have lost appetite and couldn't sleep for days. You know one thing, depression is very clever and has a funny way to trick you to make decisions. Otherwise, you won't do it. To cut the story short, I was in a real crisis. So depression was distorting my thinking. I was thinking that I'm going to die very soon. And I was telling myself, it is me, Kolbasia. I am a respected person. I am loved by my friend, my family. And all that will go if they find out. And also that I don't want to suffer before I die. I want to make it quick. So logic option was to finish everything right now, and it's better for everyone. And the more I think about my situation in that state of mind, and the bigger my depression became. And through that, I have lost all my ability to think and concentrate and separate the truth from the fiction. I was spending my days and nights thinking about bad things and being preoccupied with negative possibility, which led me to hours and days into that world of depression, worry, and anxiety. I was trying to imagine every scenario, every twist, every turn, every possibility, all probability, anything that can tell me something about my condition. And by doing so, I have created a hell for myself. One thing that you should know, depression gives you that belief that you are so powerful, so mighty, that you have the ultimate control of the situation. And also that you are so deep in the mud that there is no way out. And everything is lost. Game over. So quit the game. Not that when you go to this cycle of suicidal mode. In that moment of struggling, sometimes there is that windows of clarity which you know you're in trouble, which you know you need help. That if you just speak to that person, you just trust this person that can help you. But that moment is sometimes so brief that the opportunity can be missed by others. What caused depression? Childhood experiences. There is a good evidence to show that going through difficult experience in your childhood can make you vulnerable to experience depression later in your life. This could be physical, sexual, or emotional abuse. Loss of someone close to you. And in my case, my mom left me or abandoned me, let's say. Traumatic event. In my case, my dad was persecuted and I had to live in a war zone, and also I live in a refugee camp as a child. Unstable family situation, which I was bullied and neglected because my mom wasn't there to protect me. Yes, I had a horrible experience as a child, but I faced, if I remember, experienced depression in my mid-20s. After I got the news of my father passing, and I was in a foreign land, and in a manner of which his passing, I blame myself. It is like I could have saved him. Life events. In many cases, you may find your depression has been triggered by an unwelcome or stressful traumatic event. This could be losing your job or unemployment, the end of relationships, bereavement, and I had that in abundance just in a short period of time. Major life changes, like changing job, now moving houses, getting married, or moving countries, being physically or sexually assaulted, being bullied and abused, traumatic events such as torture, persecution, which is in my case. I started to feel that depression really took a hold of me after my journey to exile and to find safety and securing protection. I just crumbled. Just for a second, if you like what we're doing so far, please subscribe to our channel so that you can be updated every week that we have a new video. And also please share, please spread the word, like, comment, do whatever you wanna, but please share. There are so many signs and symptoms of depression, but everyone's experience will vary. Sometimes you may not realize how depressed you are, especially if you have been feeling the same for a long time. If you have been trying to cope with your depression by keeping yourself busy, or if your depressive symptoms are more physical than emotional. And these symptoms include tiredness and loss of energy, persistent low mood or sadness, loss of self-confidence and self-esteem, feeling hopeless and helpless, difficulty concentrating, sleeping problem, difficulty in getting to sleep or waking much earlier than usual, avoiding other people, or let's say isolating yourself, finding hard to function at work, colleges, or school, loss of appetite, loss of sex drive, physical ache and pain, thinking about suicide and death, and self-harm. So if you experience 4 or more on this, please go to see your doctor. The symptom of depression can have a knock-on effect on daily life. With work, may suffer, social contact falling away, increased difficulty in home and family life. Self-help tips. What I do now when I feel little sign of depression and to stop it getting worse, I use this simple self-help tip that I'm asking you also to consider them. First, tell your doctor if you feel you are getting worse, and particularly if suicidal thoughts are troubling you. Experiencing depression can make it hard to find the energy to try, but take an action role in your treatment, and taking steps to help yourself cope with your depression or your experience can make a big difference to how you feel later. Here are some things you can try. Look after yourself. Get good sleep. For a lot of people who experience depression, sleeping too little or too much can be a daily problem. Getting good sleep can help you improve your mood and increase your energy level. Sometimes for me, I go to bed at 6, even 5. When I feel, I just go to bed. Eat well. Cut out junk food. Cut out fizzy drinks. They're not helping you anyway. Keep active. Gentle activity like yoga, swimming, walking can be a big boost to your mood. For me, it is football. Football is my bliss. And when I'm in that field of play, nothing else matters. I forget even life exists. So what is your bliss? Find it. Make it your moment. Look after yourself. Look after your hygiene. When you experience depression, one thing is certain. It is easy for hygiene not to feel like a priority. But small things like taking a shower and getting fully dressed, whether or not you're going out of your house, can make a big difference to how you feel. Avoid drugs and alcohol, please. While you may want to use drugs and alcohol to cope with any difficult feeling, in the long run, they can make you feel even a lot worse. Practice self-care. Work out. What makes you happy? Try making a list of activity, people, and places that make you happy or feel good. Then make a list of what you do every day. It probably won't be possible to include all the things that make you happy, but try to find ways to bring those things into your daily routines. For me, helping and motivating people make me very happy. So I try to do it non-stop. Treat yourself. When you are feeling down, it can be hard to feel good about yourself or about anything. Try to do at least one positive thing for yourself every day. If you love chocolate, go for it. But also remember, if you don't want to get fat, go easy on it. Other options should be taking the time for long bath, for example, spending time with your pet or with your loved one, or reading your favorite book, or watching an inspiring movie, or go to cinema. Depression has a funny and simple way to manifest itself. And most of the time, you are not even aware of it till it's a little bit late. But remember that and try to be one step ahead of depression to beat it. So, I have put some useful link in the description below for more in-depth information. So check it. So please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because we want to reach 1,000 subscribers by end of this year. Like, share, and comment. It's important to share, please. Can you share with all your network, share with all your family, your friends? It's important information that can be given to everybody. So please share.